Hey guys!
Welcome back to the IB Inside Out.
Today we have two very special guests. This is Cici and this is Emmy. Oh yeah, go follow the A-level flip guys.
It's on TikTok.
They are A-level students and today we're gonna talk to you about the main differences between the IB and the A-levels, so we can maybe help you out once you have to choose what course you want to take. So yeah.
In IB, we have 6 subjects, 3 HL and 3 SL. And then we have EE, CAS and TOK, which are basically like additional subjects. And for each subject that we have, for each of the 6 subjects, do an IA.
No, it's not.
IBs.
We're doing in A levels. We have in total in this year we have 4 subjects, which is AS. It's basically 1 year of A level, and then A level is the 2-year course.
A levels go more in depth in every single subject. So if you know what you want to do, just choose the subject you need, and they'll help you in the future. For example, Matilda is taking biology high level in the IB, and I'm taking biology in the A level. I will have more content than Matilda, even though she's doing the high level, since I have more time and I only have 4 subjects.
Basically this.
So that's why I recommend that if you know what you want to do, go to the A level, since they are more in depth in their subjects.
Exactly.
And in A levels we don't have AIs, but it's basically coursework. In most of the subjects we have, but like I don't know if I have in business because
They have coursework, which is basically the same thing.
But then, like in IB, they have CAS, which creativity, activity, and service. We have basically the same thing, but it's not in the A-level course our school decided to do, which is RICE. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, and they don't need to pass RICE to pass the A-levels.
Yeah,
We
just-
need to pass CAS in order to pass the IB.
The RICE is basically just an additional thing that our school decided to give the A-level students.
Yeah.
So basically for the IB it's good because since you have more subjects you will have the exams for more different subjects, which means you have more options for university courses. So if you're unsure, that's good because you're not closing any doors.
As I said, the A levels go more in depth in every single subject. So if you know what you want to do, just choose the subject you need, and they'll help you in the future. This avoids having unwanted subjects.
For example,
That's exciting. For example,
I have a really good example. For
Okay, you can give
example,
me an example.
none of us want to do anything with language, but we still have 2 languages in the IB. So if you hate languages and don't want to do languages, go to the A-levels.
Exactly. So she doesn't have any language, for example.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, so in the IB, basically like we have a lot of individual work, and we work a lot with deadlines and like learn to work very quickly and to like
Organize yourself and time manage everything you have to do.
basically this prepares you better for university, as this is like a bit similar of what you're going to do.
in A levels we basically need to understand and know how to work individually because we have a lot of homework. So and a lot of deadlines, like we have a homework that's due like 3 days after, so we need to understand, and we have a lot of free periods, which study periods, so we need to understand like how to work autonomously with
Now, homework and study periods. So in the IB we have 3 hour of study periods per week, so 1 hour and a half and then another hour and a half, and we have 2 hours of homework per subject per week. And in the A levels you have
7 hours.
7 hours of free period and 3 to 4 hours of homework per week per subject. So they have much more homework than we do, but they also have less subjects. So the
It
work.
makes sense.
So with, like the IB, we have a lot of work, but in the A levels they also do a lot of work. So
I guess the work is like balanced between the 2 courses.
It's never gonna be easy. Like
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
think
I
that's
know.
gonna be easy somewhere. But it's not.
okay. In the IB we have 3 weeks of exams in grade 12, and we don't have exams that count towards our IB score in grade 11. However, in the A levels,
We have our ASs this year, which means that at the end of 11th grade, we will have to do 4 exams for our 4 subjects, or depends on how many papers your subject has. And those will count towards your grade. in 12th grade. So we have exams that count for a grade this year.
And I think it's better because like if it's like for IB it counts 100%.
At the
Like
end.
at the end of the year we have 50% in this year and 50% in the other year. So you have 2 years to actually like
So know how to handle your pressure.
yeah.
And also, if one of your exams that you do in grade 11 doesn't go as well as you wanted it to, you can repeat it in grade 12. Yeah. So yeah, that's
While
also.
in the IB we can't do that.
We
You
have
can-
one chance to.
Yeah.
You can. Okay, so the IB is out of 45 marks. 42 of those are for the subject, so 7 marks per subject. And then those 3 extra marks are for the core subjects. And CAS doesn't count, so it's just TOK and the extended essay. The table for the marks you can have to get those 3 points for core subjects.
Also, to pass the IB, there's a couple of requirements that need to be taken into consideration. For your HL classes, so 3, you have to have at least 12 points. If you don't have 12 points, you won't pass the IB.
So if you can get 21 points on all your HL class, you need at least 12 to pass the IB.
It's hard to get a 4 in each subject.
Is that
Ah,
hard?
I
It's-
wouldn't say so.
No.
It
You have
depends
to-
on the kind of student you are. You always gonna need to
You're-
study a lot.
exactly.
So
But just
If you
it's
study-
just focus. You have to focus and. if
it
you
depends
get
on the
your work
subject
done-
as well. There's subjects that's easier to get a 7 or a 4 than
Yes,
others.
That's why you have to be smart when picking your HL class.
Now, for your core subjects, you can fail TOK and extended essay.
It means having an E.
If you don't pass CAS, you don't pass the IB, or you don't get the IB diploma.
But there's not a grade for CAS. It's just if you've done enough work or not.
Yeah, you either pass or you fail.
You can get less than 24 points in total to pass
fail.
the IB.
For the A levels, you can get grades from A to U. U being ungradable, which is under 40%. To pass, you need more than
Positive
40%.
grade.
More than 40%.
So in A level, we don't have like a general grade at the end of the year, like a 45 in IB. For example, we have like per subject. So we have out of something for geography, business, maths.
From U to A
U to
plus or A or A plus, doesn't matter. Okay, so math is I think it's an important subject to take in consideration because for most courses you need math, and math in the IB and the A levels are quite different. And yeah, we're gonna explain the main differences and which one you should think about choosing.
Okay.
So in A levels, we have 2 maths. So we have 2 teachers. We have pure math, which is basically the math that you learn like in IGCSE, but more in depth. And then you have mechanics, which is basically physics. So like it's very complex. You have a lot of problems, like a big text, and it's just physics.
Mechanics is just for the first year of the whole math A level. If you're
Yeah.
doing math for the 2 years, so the A level,
So
the AS,
mechanics is
and
just
the A level.
AS.
That's because if you're doing A level course for math, like the whole course of 2 years, you would only have to do mechanics for the first year. Once you're done with the mechanics for the first year, you only have pure math. Like pure math contains statistic and probability,
Yeah.
but it's not physics.
Exactly. You only start learning probability and statistics in grade 12.
Math A level counts is like if you want to relate it to the IB, it would be as AA high level. So you really need to be good at math if you want to
Because
take the
we
2
have
years.
4 maths. We have maths AI SL, maths AI HL, maths AA SL, and maths AA HL. And most universities will accept any that need maths will accept any maths that is not AI SL. So it's really important to take into consideration that if you need maths but you don't need it on the highest level, maybe you should rethink having the A levels, because if you go to the A levels you don't have a choice between the level of maths that you are taking. You'll be taking the highest one possible, and maybe you don't need that difficulty.
And it's hard,
It's really
It's
challenging.
really
hard.
challenging.
but check with your university counselor.
Okay, so finally, we're going to talk about conversion of the IB and the A levels to Portuguese universities. Because since we're in Portugal, I think it's a relevant topic to talk about. So basically, in the Portuguese system, the grades are out of 20, from 0 to 20. And then So to apply to a Portuguese university, you need to have an internal grade, which in this case it's out of 45 points for the IB, and you have an external grade, which is 2 exams that you require to enter the course you want. And those exams for the people in the Portuguese system are out of 20 for each subject, and in the IB it's out of 7. So the conversions are, for the subjects, if you get a 7 you get 20, if you get a 6 you get 17.4, if you get a 5 you get 14.8, if you get a 4 you get 12.1, and if you get a 3 you get 9.5. TOK and the extended essay will count as an additional subject if you wanna get into a Portuguese university. And the conversions are, if you get 3 points for the TOK and the extended essay, you get a 7. If you get 2 points, you get a 5. And if you get 1 point, you get a 4.
No.
If you want to get into a Portuguese university, you need to focus a lot on TOK and extended essay, which is, we can argue that it's 2 of the hardest IB subjects, because it has a lot of impact on your grades, on your external grades. If you want to get into Portuguese university, you need to be good at TOK and extended essay.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
if you get like a 1, you're gonna decrease your grade like
yeah.
that.
And if you just focus your effort onto it, like you'll be fine.
Yeah.
If you can have like a B on the extended essay, like as long as you have an A
On
for
TOK.
TOK, you already get 3 points, and it already helps you a lot.
So for the A levels, you can. Okay, so if you want to convert the grades A, B, C, D, E to the Portuguese system, A would count as 19, B would count as 17, C would count as 15, D as 13, E being 10. For now, the specific subjects that you will need to do an exam on for the university or the course you want to study for, you would have to get 20 for an A star, 19.4 for an A, 17.3 for a B, 15.2 for a C, 13.9 for a D, and for an E, it's 11. U again being ungradable. With a U, you just... E is
So guys, that was our video.
Thank you.
I hope
you, A-level students.
Thank you so much. I hope you found it useful, and if you have any questions,
Okay.
come and find us around
No,
school, because
no.
I don't know how to turn the comments on our videos on. So I hope it was useful, and see you in the next episode.
Bye. Vai, fala!
Isso foi bom.
Oh, let's